Okay, in this quick tutorial, we're going to look at how we can bring in some virtual props, building up kind of a virtual special effects video that we're doing. And we're going to start by doing a Google search. I want an airplane that I can fly in some clouds in a background. I typed here 737, side view, flat background. I went to the tools over here in the Google image search and I asked for a large size plane because I want high resolution. And here's one of the planes I got on Wiki, Creative Commons. I'm going to right click on this and I'm going to go save image as, and I'm going to put this in my graphics folder. And there we go. Now I'm going to come over to Photoshop and I'm going to open that. Now once in Photoshop, you're going to notice your layers over here on the right side. It's locked. It's currently locked. I'm going to double click that lock to unlock it so that I can delete part of the background. And to quickly grab all the blues, the reason I wanted kind of a uniform blue around the object, in this case, which is the plane, is to be able to do a quick select of that background and remove it. Now the magic wand is a perfect tool for that. The magic wand, the way it works is, let's zoom in here, any pixel you click on, it will grab, along with any pixels that share its color. Now, how many ranges of color will it grab? The properties for that are up here. So right now it's set to 32, so it'll cast a wide net when I click on grays. If I put it to 1, let me do Command D to deselect everything, and let's start again. I click on 1. You'll notice it only grabbed 1 pixel. If I put the tolerance up to 5, it grabbed many more. So the net gets wider and wider. Now in this case, I'm going to do Command D to deselect. I'm going to put the net at about 30 and click on the blue. And let's see, it almost grabs a perfect sky surrounding the plane. I'm going to then hit delete. And just to feather the edges, you see how the edges here are a bit jagged? There, you can see it now. Let me do Command H to hide the marquee. There, you can see it's a bit jagged. Let's smooth that. I'm going to go to Select, Modify, Feather by, say, 1. Now my selection has kind of a little feathered edge, and if I hit delete again, it just smooths out that jagged edge. Let me Command D so you can see it's a lot smoother. Now I could straighten out this plane. If I take my move tool over here, make sure the properties for that, the show transform controls are on, I could straighten it out, say something like this. Okay, maybe I'll give it a bit of an angle. I'll leave a bit on it. There we go. And now I'm going to save this as a PNG. And one thing I want to mention here is that this checkered background is indicative of an invisibility layer, or what's known as an alpha layer. So when I import this into Premiere, this background will be transparent and only the plane will show up. So I'm going to save this in my graphics, call this Continental alpha layer. So I know I put an alpha on there, but you have to save the format as a PNG. Click OK. Now I'm going to jump back over to Premiere and double click on my graphics folder, and I'm going to import that Continental plane. There it is. Now I have some footage over here. Here we go. Okay, so I want to insert the plane so it's flying behind him. Maybe I'll do that over here, but this is very short. Okay, let me turn the audio off here for a second. Okay. I just clicked on that little sound icon down here just to turn it off because I'm only focusing on the visuals right now. Okay, so I've got many layers going on here. I've got some clouds which are in the foreground. That's these. Let me turn those off so you could see them. Got those from YouTube by typing chroma green screen fog clouds, and I dropped them in there so it looks like he's floating on a magic carpet, which I also got from YouTube. And I also keyed out the subject, and he's down here on layer 4. If I want the plane to fly behind him, I left some room on layer 3. I moved everything up and left some room here. So let's grab this plane and drop it on layer 3 and extend it so he's on, the plane is on the entire time he's on. And actually this magic carpet, you notice the plane's on top of the magic carpet, so I'm going to move this over and just shuffle this around a bit and now move the plane so it's underneath the magic carpet. Now let's go to Effect Controls up here and Motion. I'm going to click on the little motion box for the layer that has the plane. Notice that's what's highlighted. And I'm going to move that over here. And holding my Shift key, I'm going to shrink this so I could put it in distance. And by the way, you could also do that by clicking on the number and just scaling, dragging left or right. If you click and let go, the number just manually becomes one that you type in, like say 40%. But if you click on the number and hold your mouse down, you can draw the numbers, slide them down or up. In this case, that's what I want. Okay, I'm now going to say this is his starting point right there. Turn on the keyframe for position and scale. And by the time it reaches over here, let's say, I want it off screen. Now you can click these little guys to add another keyframe and drag this right across over here, and Premiere will calculate all the steps between the beginning and end. Now you can also jump back and forth between keyframes with these arrows. If I go back to the first keyframe, notice the nose of the plane was still on screen, so I'm going to move it over here off screen. And now let's play this. Yeah, my computer's a little laggy. I could put it on 1/4 resolution. That's just a preview. When you export your video, it's going to be full res. There. Now, of course, I could go to a website like, say, Sound Dogs or whatnot and get the sound of a jet engine and add that in my sound layer down here, and that would build, kind of further enhance the notion that a plane is actually flying there. In the next tutorial, we're going to look at how we could key out other objects and build virtual sets, including this sliding door, which was originally an image like this, and then in Photoshop we broke up the door and the wall, and then we keyframed the door so that it could move.